Hello everybody, welcome aboard. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Lionel Polar Express battery operated G-scale Polar Express. So let's begin. Alright, let's begin. So this Polar Express set, today my dad got it because one, our old train that we had running around the tree was finally showing its age. Mainly the wheels on one of the rolling stock was falling off to the point where we couldn't use it around the track anymore. And also some of the rails on the track was also starting to break, only on two curved tracks. That was mainly on that part. And then until recently, when we opened it up again, this was after when this arrived. When we opened it, the coupler on the tender finally broke off. But the engine could have still worked. But what was the point of keeping it when everything was starting to fall apart? Especially on the coupler and the tender. Now it would just been the engine running around the tree instead. So that was the main reason why we got this set, but this is something a little different about this version of the set than the other one that they also make. So as we know with the other one, this one has a smoking unit and Bluetooth. So you can run this on your phone, tablet, both Apple or Android, whatever phone you have. And also, I'm pretty sure this one could also run with the universal remote, which I'll show in a little bit. But I also wanted to do this video to show you a difference between this set and then their other version of this set. So with the other set, if I recall, I'm pretty sure with the other one you get the figurines, you get the bell, you get the remote, and you get the disappearing hobo. Well, that was with the old set that I used to have when I was a kid. I don't know if they have the disappearing hobo for this one, but so far everything feels the exact same way as my old one was back in the late 2000s. Except now everything's all powered on the locomotive. The tender doesn't hold the batteries anymore, and the doors don't open. As my old one, the doors did open, and with the old one, the batteries were placed over here, but that came with a cable you would connect to the engine. But as of now, I'm pretty sure they have to find another way to make sure it's more safer for kids. But yeah, with this set, I did notice, as with the other version of this set, this one you don't get 4 of the things that you would get in the Polar Express set. This set, you don't get the remote, you don't get the figurines, you don't get the bell, and you don't have a disappearing hobo in the back. Oh, and the one thing is, these doors do not open at all. And before we open, I do want to apologize in advance. I already did some modifications. Well, some of the modifications. I painted the wheels, I painted the valve gear. I also did some interior work inside the cab. I put some glass windows in it. And I also painted the builder's plate, where it should have been, to give more of a movie accurate but more of a realistic look if this version of the Polar Express existed in real life. And I also painted some of the ladder and on the tender, and I also painted only the handrails on the passenger cars, and I painted the red glass on the back of the observation car. Alrighty, so enough talk. Oh yeah, you do get a water. There's going to be different need to slow down a bit. In this set, you get 2 modes. You get the auto play and the Bluetooth play. And I'll do a better explanation when I take out the engine. And they also have water vapor, so it's a lot more safer, and also that way the water only stays around for a little bit. As the regular smoke, it will probably linger for a while, and probably over time as you constantly run the engine around the tree or some other layout, the smoke will start lingering and will probably start building up. Now, the reason why I want to do a differentiation is so that way, one, you don't accidentally get this version when you meant to get the other one, or you actually meant to get this one but you got the other one. And also I want to give more recommendation what this version of the set is more best for. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and set it up. Let me go ahead and take it apart. You see this? Well, we've already opened it already. That was the main reason why it came in like moments before Christmas. Well, a couple of days before Christmas. When we ordered it, it was on sale, but afterwards it was no longer on sale. Let me open it on this side. There we go. I was having a difficult time with the other one. And I already did mark them so we know which one's which. And I believe this, yeah. We're gonna push this aside to look at this one. So what you get is the 3 boxes, the cover boxes. I already wrote them down already. One you're gonna have with one will be with the straight track, is this one's going to be with the curved track. This one is gonna contain your little reservoir where you're going to dump the water in. This is what it looks like. Now you gotta do a simple screw, put it underneath the water faucet, and then just have to constantly pump in some water till it gets full. And also, if you're going to think about getting a different, like a bigger pipette, I'll explain why you need to use this one and only this one in a little bit. And you also do get a little bit of more couplers, but these ones are more meant to extend the width of the couplers, as these ones are pretty thin. So these are more meant to handle if you're running this train on uneven ground, and it'll keep popping up and down, and it keeps uncoupling. So this one helps prevent that from happening, which I haven't used them at all. But yeah, I don't really use them at all. But anyways, let's go and take a look. Open up for the straight track. I already labeled it already, so I know which one's which. Nothing new with the track, just a very cheap plastic. When you do get enough where you can make either a circle or an oval, as in this situation, we only use a circle for the tree. And you're probably wondering, why am I doing this late when Christmas has already been over? Well, I had planned on doing this for a while, but by the time wanted to do a video on it, it was already time to put the tree away, take down everything for Christmas. So let me move this out of the way. So everything had to go. I put everything back to the way they were. Like back to these same old days. And this one is gonna come with, this is where all of your curved track is going to be. This is how it's going to look. And I just kept in there just for no reason at all. You do get 2 little dividers, so that way it won't be more cramped. So when you take it back out, the tracks aren't going to be cluttered, or hope to God none of them aren't broken. And now a piece of resistance, the train. Let me go ahead and put the box out of the way somewhere else. Oh yeah, and it does come with the manual. Make sure you always read it before you set up the train. And like I said, I apologize in advance. This is what you're going to see will not look like the one if you're planning on getting the set, it's not going to look like the one that we have here. We're going to move the other protective cover. Let's take a look at the engine. So here's the look of the engine. As you can see, I did paint it the builder's plate. Obviously, it does not look good at all, so I apologize. And this is what it looks like on the front. Sorry. This is how the front looks like. And as of course, this no longer has an amber white glow headlight. It gives more of a blue LED light. I also did paint it underneath the bell, which I'm pretty sure no one's not even going to bother looking there, but I did it anyway, so I like to be perfect. And also with the valve gear, this is supposed to be a dark gray, and I painted to a silvery look, and you have more of a dark gray on the rims around the wheels. So as you can see, you get 2 traction tires, one in the front, one in the front, in the back. And also, as holding this thing, it is extremely light. Now the reason why for this light is this is where all the batteries are going to go, and here's the look of the back. Yeah, once you get one of these, this is all going to be painted black. It's all black. I also painted the sides green and did some work on the pipes. And also, this is where you're going to be putting the batteries. You just have to unscrew there, take this little cover off, and it's going to come with a little slot where you're going to need to put 6 C batteries. And this is the top of the roofing. This is what it looks like. And also, this is where you put the water. And this is the little rubber sealant you put the water, pipe it down there, you put a bunch of water in there, and then the water will start pumping right here, which will give a bluish glow. And then once you put the water in, you put it back in. And then this is the little switch I was talking about. As you put it in the center, it's off. Move it to the left. That's the autoplay, which the engine will run around the track, but it's going to be playing random sounds. The only thing that will be constant is the chuffing. Mainly, that's about it. And then this one's the Bluetooth. You can either connect it to your remote, your Line Chief Universal Remote, or you can run it on your phone, tablet, both Apple or Android. Either one will do the job. Well, this is how the engine looks. The bottom also lets you know this was recently made, as this was made in 2024. There it is. And also, if you're planning on doing any lubrication, if you want to lubricate the wheels, to go for it, as you need to remove only these screws right here. So these screw, this one, and these two. And that should be about it. That's how you're going to get access to both the gears and the motor. And when I opened this up to lubricate it, they already did some of the job for me. They lubricated the gears, but not the motor. So you'll know that it needs a good lubrication when you hear the motor more than the sounds. Now let's go and take a look at the tender. So this is what the tender looks like. Yeah, I accidentally got some paint smeared on there by accident, but oh well. And this is how the bottom looks. Really nothing much on the bottom, except that little serial letting you know it was made in 2024. And this was also brand new. This set came out, I believe, late of last year. That was somewhat late. It's between somewhat halfway and somewhat late year of 2024. And this is all plastic. Really nothing much to it. This is all entirely plastic. Well, except for the screws, the only thing that's metal on this thing are the bars for the wheel and the screws. And then for this one, technically the same thing, except this one's looks like it's metal. I think it's metal. I don't know. But anyways, this is what it looks like. I also painted the ladders on here too, and the same thing on top of here. But there's really not much. And also, with the water pipe, you want to make sure you keep that in a place where you know you're going to find it, or else you're going to end up losing it. When I run it around the tree, I always had it right here, so that way it'll be more easier to find. As there were times I had it somewhere else and I had a little bit of a hassle looking for it. So this is what the tender looks like. This is just all plastic. So this is extremely light. So I'm pretty sure it's so light, I'm pretty sure I can use it to score a touchdown or a field goal with it. So let me move the pipe out of the way. Let me take a look. Let's take a look at the passenger cars. So this is how the passenger car looks like. Of course, obviously the white snow on top, and like my old one from many years ago, these were stickers. They had to put stickers for the glow, and also the door would opened. But I noticed this one, it doesn't really do that. And also, I also painted the handrails to be a bit more of a silver. Not much, pretty much the same thing. If you ask me, this is the more moving. If you want to be movie accurate, these would definitely be the passenger cars. I mean, I really did wish Lionel kept this with all their passenger cars, but I already don't know why only kept the movie accuracy with this one and not with the other ones. But I'm not going to complain. It's just that I'm not gonna have anything. I'm not gonna really talk about my opinion. This is more of a review of this video, so forget it. So you do get some detail underneath. You get a lot of the piping connecting to the air reservoir tanks and the stuff on the sides. It also says Polar Express on the underneath, on the sides, and also looks the exact same thing on both sides actually. And also right here, it's not a sticker, which I'm really surprised that they updated it. So let's go ahead. We looked at the passenger car. Let's go and take a look at the observation car. Now it's going to be the exact same thing, except now it's not going to be the different at the end. Of course, I did the same thing for the handrails. They are painted silver, and also this is the exact same thing, except one has the coupler and on one end, and the other one doesn't at this end. And also, of course, I forgot to mention, they also say the exact same thing, all made in 2024. they say with the old one, they used to have footprints leading to the hobo on top where you get to push the tab and it will show up, and then you push it again, it'll just be a basic passenger car. And not much on this end, except they have it all painted around this side. I also painted the top over here since the original, it's just a clear plastic, like acrylic, plexiglass. I mean, my bad. That's how it really looks. Not much. Anyways, it's a nice little. It's a perfect little train to have running around the tree. That's basically what I'm just trying to point out at this one. This is the set I prefer you would have running around the tree, not the other one that has the remote. But this one was a little bit more at the time when my dad purchased it. It was around 111. The other one that has what you want, the remote, the bell, the figurines, and I'm not sure if the other one had the disappearing hobo, which is about $100. This one was about 111. When we were trying to get this set, it was on sale at the time on Amazon. I'll provide a link for this set, and it should show the other one along with it too. But it's pretty much what you're going to be getting with the set. You won't get the bell, as obviously with this, with the little protector covering they have for it, I can see where they will keep the bell. And I am guessing, oh no, that's for the tender, my bad. I thought this was going to be, this is where they had the remote, but no, that's just for the tender. But anyways, we took a quick look at the entire train and what you're going to get with this set. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and assemble the track on the floor, and then we'll run it. And to show the basic connection for the track, which is just a simple, make sure they're in the good slots, and just simple click. That should be about it. That's how easy it is to connect the track. And the one thing I noticed was the width of this track is a lot different than the one from my older version of this set. So that was the one thing I did notice. And the one thing I also did notice was this is a lot bigger than my old one. I mean, I wish I went out and grabbed it right now, but since it's raining and it's in the garage, I don't want to get wet, and so I don't want to get that other set wet. It should be fine. It won't. It was drizzling earlier, but it should have been fine. But also, I don't want to go out right now. It's a little too cold. So, guys, and also, I think it should be very obvious how to do it. It'll even say it on the. It'll even say on the manual how to take it apart, and it'll also say it right here on the tab, as it'll show which way is it to tighten and loosen the screw to remove the cap to put the batteries in. So, alright, I showed you how to show you how easy it is to simply connect the track. Let's go ahead and continue with setting up the rest of the track and putting the power on the train. Alrighty, so we got the train set up on the track. So this is where you put the water. So you go ahead and remove the little sealant, and then you grab your water pipe in that's filled with water. And also, don't use a bigger version of this, because if you grab yourself a big one that's bigger than this and you pour it in here, water will leak out, and it will leak out over here. The reason I knew this because I grabbed the bigger one that we had laying around, and when I put the whole enchilada in there, the water started leaking. Thankfully, it didn't do any damage, but this is what you do. Put the water pipe in there, and then you just squeeze, pump as much until it's all bone dry inside the pipe it. And this amount should be enough to carry. It should be a heat good enough to fill up the reservoir. Once you're done, screw the cap back on the pipette, and then you put the sealant back in, and then you're ready to go. Alrighty, now we got everything set up on the track. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the Bluetooth first. Before I started recording, I tried using the universal remote. It won't connect, so your universal remote will not work with this engine. So if you're going to use that, I apologize, you can't. But I'm going to show you. It's going to be very simple with your tablet or phone, or whatever you're going to be using to control this engine. We're going to do the Bluetooth version first, and then I'll show you the autoplay. So what you want to do, you want to put the switch to the right, and then it will be making that little noise, and then the blinking light flashing, meaning it's looking for a signal. Once you find it on your phone, tablet, wherever you want to use, I'm using my tablet for this, so it already showed up on my search. I'm going to tap it and hit connect. And just like that, it's instant connect, and you can see the smoke shooting out and also the blue light flashing as well. The blue light on the smokestack. So let's go ahead and show you the whistle. And just like with the other one, it could be a continuous long whistle. It's not going to be a simple, small little sound file, and that will be it. And then here's the bell. And also here's the announcements, which you only get one when it's on idle and one while it's in motion. So let's go and play which is already going to be the first one in idle.
All aboard! This is the Polar Express!
And that should be about it for there. And as you see, the water vapor does go down a bit, but at least it's water, so it should not be toxic. So you should be safe from there. So let me go ahead and move my tab out the way. Let me move out of the way of the tracks, and I'm laying on top of it. And let me go ahead and get it running so you can hear the other announcement.
All aboard! This is the Polar Express!
Another thing I mentioned, you can't be running the whistle, bell, and the announcement all at the same time. So another way to prove it, let me go ahead and run it like I'm crossing the grade. And there you go. You can't be running the bell at the same time, and the same thing goes for the dialogue.
All aboard!
Same thing as that as well. Also, it's going to be the exact same thing when it's in motion as well. And also, while it's in motion, it's only going to be playing the hobo screaming, "He's the king of the North Pole," and that's going to be the only sound you'll be hearing from that announcement. Those are the only two announcements you'll be getting from that set. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and get this engine started.
All aboard! This is the Polar Express! I am the king of the North Pole!
Alrighty, so I showed you how, well, basically did a nice little running of it in Bluetooth. Now let me go ahead and simply disconnect. And also I forgot to mention this also does have voice control as well. Well, no, with my luck with the voice control, like what we saw with my anniversary engine, we're not going to do that. So let me go ahead and turn off the Bluetooth, and then I'll go ahead and show you the autoplay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and switch this to autoplay. Now, instead of switching it to the right side, now we're going to switch it onto the left, which will turn on the autoplay. Now I think I already said it, but autoplay, it just means it's just going to be going around the track, playing the sound, just playing the sounds random. It will be staying at a constant speed. It's not going to accelerate, decelerate, or stop. It's just going to continue going until you turn it off. And the smoke will turn on as well. But it will turn on as well. So let me go ahead and turn it on to autoplay. Oh, wrong one.
All aboard! This is the Polar Express! I am king of the North Pole!
And if you want to stop the autoplay, all you gotta do is switch it off. And that's it. And also I'll let you know when you're starting, when you need to put more water, it will become to a thin, very small little chuff smoke coming out. And also if you're running it on Bluetooth, it will make a little sound saying that you need to replace the batteries. And that should be about it. Alrighty. Think that's pretty much about it about this video. This is a very nice little set. I like the fact that it has a smoking unit. I do apologize for the background noise throughout the whole video. It's currently raining outside, and I have the door open so it has some light in here, so you can get a good view of the engine running around. And also, it's laundry day for me. But anyways, back to this. This is a cool little set, nice set, perfect for mainly running around the tree, mostly because of the autoplay and the Bluetooth effect, and plus the water vapor smoke. I think that's the only reason why they have this version. Why you don't get the figurines, the bell, the remote, and the hobo. Oh, and the opening doors. I mean, it's a lot different from my old set of this version. It did kind of bring back nostalgia when I arrived here. You can get this set on Amazon. I'll provide a link for that. They don't have this on Train World, I think. I don't think they don't. But I can check anyways. And it should show up somewhere. The text should show up somewhere right now. If it is on there or not. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. As we're approaching to our destination, I want to thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Thank you all so much for 214 subscribers. Really appreciative, grateful by that. I did not expect that to happen at all. But anyways, as we approach our destination, I hope you guys are having a great day, night, depending on you're watching this, or a great weekend. And if you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to like and subscribe so you can see more stuff. Well, not just nothing but reviews. I do want to do more other stuff like vlog, going up to stations, traveling technically, revolving trains. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.